How now, brown cow? How now, brown cow? Unique, New York. Makhachev. What is it?
What time is it then? Please tell these guys.
It's Tony time, bitches!
Welcome to Tony's MMA Corner, the only MMA channel willing to sponsor Dana White's Slap Fighting Championship. I am your host, Tony Sepulveda! There's been quite a lot going on in the MMA world, and today we are going to cover those exact things. This episode is sponsored by I'm Just a Fan of Violence merchandise. Go get you some. This past weekend, Fedor made his last stand, and unsurprisingly, that fight did not go Fedor's way. However, I think the true story of that night was the respect that Fedor's peers showed at the end of that bout. We had legends like Chuck Liddell, Rampage, Matt Hughes pay their respects to the last emperor. It is rare that someone in the MMA world has the respect of all his peers, but Fedor was that guy. It has been a rough few months for legends such as Frankie Edgar, Jose Aldo, Shogun, but that is the nature of combat. And it really makes you agree that Khabib made the right choice in retiring when he did. Farewell, Fedor. Another heavyweight that seems to be on his way out is Derek Lewis. As in this last UFC's fight night, Derek Lewis suffered a similar fate to Fedor, in which he was completely dominated by Spivak. Right now, Derek Lewis is at a crossroads. Will his balls ever get hot again? Or will they remain cold? Only time will tell. Meme god Paulo Costa is campaigning pretty hard for a matchup with none other than Stockton's finest, Nick Diaz, and is going through pretty interesting lengths to get that match.
What's up, Nate? What's going on, bro? Call you brother. I want to beat that mother. Where is the brother Nate? He's ducking me, right? I know. 209. West side, bro. Huh? I know.
We don't deserve you, Paulo. In other news, we have the two pound-for-pound fighters going at it this Saturday on the next UFC pay-per-view. However, Islam does not seem to be happy with the way Dana White is promoting or not promoting this card. However, Dana White is promoting his Slap Fighting Championship very heavily. And according to Dana White, it is going absolutely fine. Despite the MMA community at large not looking too fondly on this new sport. Me personally, I find it rather entertaining. I think it's better in short form, as you can see by the success on platforms like TikTok, YouTube, and Instagram. They get millions and millions of views, and I think that's why Dana White thinks everything is just fine. However, to watch it in long form on TBS, I just don't think that's going to be something that's going to be viable. Short form, it's great. I love watching people get slapped. Is it good for their brains? Absolutely not. Is it a sport? Absolutely not. But let's see how long Slap Fighting Championship lasts. I'll give it one season. However, I think those slap fighting clips will last an eternity. Oh yeah, I forgot to talk about the Islam and Volkanovski fight. Apparently, I'm not doing a great job of promoting that fight either. It is going to be an amazing fight. The issue is nobody gives a These guys are two of the most talented guys on the world. But apparently, they don't really move the needle that much. They move it with guys like us because we enjoy violence, especially skilled violence. this fight is going to be an amazing bout. I think ultimately, Islam takes it. Just the size advantage alone. His wrestling skill set is going to dictate where this fight takes place. While I think Volkanovski is going to look pretty good in this fight, he is very hard to take down, and he is very hard to keep down there. Islam will take him down. Volkanovski will probably get up a few times. He'll pop him a few times. But I think Islam ultimately, with his style of fighting, wins a decision or maybe even a submission. In other breaking news, Jorge Masvidal's Game Bred fighting promotion is putting on a card that is headlined by none other than Anthony Pettis and Roy Jones Jr. This is the fight that nobody asked for besides Pettis. Anthony Pettis finally gets a fight that is guaranteed to not take him down to the ground, as this fight will be a boxing match. And there will be other boxing matches that nobody cares about. Jose Aldo will be fighting Jeremy Stevens in a boxing bout for some reason, and Mr. TRT himself, Vitor Belfort, will be going up against Jacare Souza. Not in a jiu-jitsu match, in a boxing match. So this should be awesome. Probably not. However, I cannot hate on these guys for wanting to do it. I get it. They're martial artists, and this is fun for them, and they get a paycheck. So, kudos to you guys. Get that money. Dana White broke the news last week about Conor McGregor making his return, and this time it will be under the Ultimate Fighter banner. I think this is a great move by the UFC. It'll revive the dying brand of the Ultimate Fighter. Let's face it, who's been interested in the Ultimate Fighter in the last 5 years? Michael Chandler has been campaigning for this matchup for quite some time, and he finally gets his wish. He's even made a bold prediction in which he thinks he finishes Conor McGregor in the second round. Dustin Poirier seems to be excited about this Ultimate Fighter as well, as he gets to see his two sons battle it out. I'm particularly excited about this Ultimate Fighter because, let's face it, MMA is more fun with Conor McGregor in it. Sure, he's been on a 3-fight skid in which he's been finished in all 3 bouts, but let's face it, we want to see what Conor McGregor's doing. And Conor McGregor needs something to do, because he has had a lot of time on his hands. But we finally get to see him back in the octagon, which is what MMA fans want, even the ones that hate him. Something else that's interesting is that No-Gi GOAT, Gordon Ryan, has offered to be a jiu-jitsu coach on The Ultimate Fighter. He didn't specify for who, but I don't see it being for Conor McGregor, as Conor McGregor has close ties to Dylan Dennis. But what would be interesting is Michael Chandler takes him up on his offer, and Conor decides to bring Dylan Dennis down. That'll add even more drama to this season, and would help propel the sport of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu to the mainstream, as this Ultimate Fighter will be seen on ESPN. They're pulling all the stops out for Conor McGregor. Right now, Islam is punching the air. Well, that's it for me, guys. And as always, go f yourself, San Diego.